Hello, friends. Hello, it's Raquel from Our Infinite Nature here with your energy forecast for the new moon in Leo on August 4th, 2024. So, if you have been feeling a little bit of a push and pull between like wanting to share, wanting to shine, wanting to show up, wanting to be seen, along with a little bit of like ooh, I'm a little bit afraid of being seen authentically, or a little bit of a sense of like dejection of like, oh, what's the point of even showing up? Who's even there? Yet you still feel this strong urge to show up, shine, share yourself authentically. Congratulations, you are totally feeling the energies of this new moon in Leo on August 4th. So, the new moon is very, very early in the morning on August 4th here in California. It's around 4:15 a.m., something around that. And you can figure that out for where you are. But this new moon in Leo has a lot of really confidence boosting energy with it. And this energy that really authentically makes us want to just be ourselves. Like authentically, I'm going to use the word authentically a lot because that's just a big part of the energy of this particular new moon. But this Leo new moon really wants us to just express ourselves from our heart space and shine that light that each of us holds as brightly as we can out into the world. Now, as I mentioned before, there's a little bit of a push and pull energy with this particular new moon, but the main energies that I'm feeling with this moon is really one that is confidence boosting, that is self-worth boosting, and that is a really good one for kind of tooting your own horn. And we'll talk a little more about that. So let's just get a little bit into the energy of Leo itself. So Leo is the fixed fire sign. Leo is represented by the lion, is ruled by the sun, and is also associated with the heart. So when we think about Leo, what we're really thinking about is this fixed, fiery energy of shining brightly, just like the sun does, shining brightly on everyone. Leo is all about heart-led expression, expression. Leo is just all about like real authentic expression. Leo is also extremely playful, untamed, quite wild, very kind and generous in a lot of ways. And Leo also likes some appreciation, likes to be seen, likes to have the spotlight on them. Now, on the shadow side, Leo energy can actually feel like it needs, like absolutely needs that attention, that in order for Leo to feel a sense of self-worth, it almost needs to be fed by attention from others. That can be a shadow aspect of Leo. But this particular new moon in Leo is kind of addressing that and is offering us this really beautiful reminder of loving ourselves first, of shining the spotlight that is our light, not upon others, but like actually upon ourselves, shining that light that is us for the shine that we create as opposed to the attention we get when we create that light. So this particular energy of this new moon in Leo doesn't want us to get too bogged down by the outcome of our expression. And I know Leo energy in the shadow side can get a little bogged down by the outcome of that expression. And so that's something that this Leo energy wants us to know. So one of the things about Leo in particular is that Leo is such a great energy for self-pride. Like really loving ourselves. Now, when I think about the energy of the heart in particular, the heart chakra, the energy of the heart chakra is really the energy of unconditional love. Unconditional love for life, for all the things. Now, I also think about in our own bodies where that solar energy is really represented, and that's the solar plexus. And in our solar plexus, that is the home of our like love for self, self-love, self-worth, how we digest and process. So when I think about Leo energy, for me, Leo energy really hones in on both the heart and solar plexus chakras and how those two are working in combination with each other, especially for how we love ourselves. And when I was feeling into the energy of this particular new moon in Leo, I got some clairaudience. So I heard some things before I felt some things. And the first thing I heard, let me check my notes really quick. Oh, yeah, the first thing I heard was um, you have everything within. And then there was this sense of everything you want is actually in your grasp once you believe it to be so. So there was this big energy of like, everything you need, you have. Anything you want, you can achieve when you believe it. That was the energy that my guides gave to me when I was feeling it intuitively. And then I felt a big, big energy in the back of my heart space and in my root and sacral chakras as well. And then I got flooded with like a lot of excitement. So, energetically, this particular Leo new moon is a really, really great time to do anything that's going to help you boost your sense of self. So, maybe you need to write a new bio. Maybe you want to pitch yourself for something. Maybe you have something that you've been working on that is just straight from your heart that you're ready to either continue working on, like pull up, maybe you've put it aside for a while, maybe you're ready to start working on it again, or maybe you're ready to start sharing it. I know I have something that I have been working on from my heart space that I will start sharing a little bit more about on the 5th as well. And just to give you guys a little bit of a tease, it has to do with the moon energy, working with the moon community. And if you want a little bit more, if you're watching this on or after the Leo new moon on August 4th, then you can go check out a brand new handle I've created on Instagram. I'll tag it below. It's at Intuitive Moon Co. And that's going to be a little tease of some things to come, but that's something that I am sharing very strategically with this Leo new moon. Okay, so just kind of to like wrap it up, and just so you know, you can get a lot more about this Leo new moon in my moon blog, which I will link below. I have the whole blog written out with the energies, how I feel into them. We also have some astrology that my amazing friend and collaborator Sarah has shared. Sarah and I will be doing some more videos collaborating on the astrology and what I'm picking up intuitively with the moon energy as well. You can find that on the moon blog, which I've listed below. Also, if you are looking for some ways to manifest or just create intentions with with this particular new moon, you can find that in the moon blog as well. So just one thing to note, as I mentioned in the very beginning of the video, even though this particular new moon is really encouraging us to shine, to share, to boost our own confidence, there is a little bit, especially leading up to this new moon and perhaps a little bit after, and then like week or so after this new moon, where we might feel a little bit like wavery in our sense of communicating our shine. And that has to do with Mercury retrograde, because on the very same day that this new moon occurs in Leo, we also have Mercury stationing retrograde in Virgo, and then in the next few weeks, it'll be retrograde in Leo as well. So Mercury is the planet of communication and travel. But with this particular Mercury retrograde, with it being in Virgo, when we have this Leo new moon, there can be a bit of a sense of like, I can't really show up and shine authentically if I'm not perfect. That's that whole like Virgo perfectionism. With Mercury being retrograde in Virgo, we might feel a little bit of our own perfectionism coming up, and it might kind of make us feel a little bit more vulnerable to share authentically. But one thing to remember is that vulnerability is strength and vulnerability is authentic, and people are hungry for authenticity and vulnerability. So if you're feeling a little bit like, I'm not perfect, who am I to show up? Who am I to shine? I'm not anywhere near perfect. Like, that's even more of a reason for you to show up and shine, because none of us are perfect. Ah, surprise, doesn't even exist. And then when we have Mercury in retrograde in Leo, which is going to happen after the new moon, there can be a little bit of that Leo energy of like, I'm showing up, I'm shining, but no one's seeing me. So what's the point of no one seeing me? There can be a little bit of that. And so if you're feeling that like a little bit after this new moon, come back to the energies of this new moon, come back to your intentions you've created, because this new moon in Leo really wants to remind us, encourage us that when we shine authentically for ourselves, when we see our own light, when we shine that spotlight we can create, on ourselves and we believe it, then others will believe it too. It all starts with us. It all starts with us. So that's the energy of this particular new moon in Leo. Again, if you have more, please, please, if you have more, if you want more, no perfectionism over here, friends. If you want more, please check out the Moon blog by clicking on the link below. And if you want a little taste of some new things coming in the weeks and months to come, if you're watching this on August 4th or after, please check out my new handle on Instagram. This is a new account I'm creating along with Our Infinite Nature. So if you're not following me on Instagram at Our Infinite Nature, Raquel, please do so. But then I'll also have a new one for a tease for some other things that are coming in a few months. And the new handle you can also follow along on is Intuitive Moon Co. And that handle will be like just all moon information, all moon related things, whereas my Our Infinite Nature Raquel will also have what I do with intuition and nature and plants and books and energy work and all that kind of stuff as well. So 2 ways to follow me. You can see it all below. Thank you all so much for being here. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful new moon in Leo. Again, this is a really, really positive new moon for building your own confidence, putting yourself out there, being your own PR agent, and like pitching yourself and just really feeling your light and sharing that with the world, regardless of how the world responds to it. This new moon just wants us to feel our own light and share it. All right, have a beautiful new moon, friends. See you next time. Bye.